All right, guys, my timer just turned to 6 a.m. Let's go ahead and get this Thursday started. We're going to start off with cat-cow position, okay? We're going to start off in that cat-cow position. We're going to be down on all fours, trying to get those shoulder blades as high as possible, and then dropping that rib cage down through as we bring the head up. We got 30 seconds of those. Here we go, cat-cow. 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Exercise 1.
When you get up in that high scared cat position, try to squeeze your glutes through a little bit to really get that lower back activated a little bit too. Get nice and tall, and then drive that rib cage back down, trying to get as low as possible to really get a nice stretch in the upper back position.
Three, two, one. Rest.
Rest, guys. Next, we're going to do lunge to hamstring. So on this one, you're going to be down on one knee. You're going to put one knee up, and you're going to lunge forward a little bit and then drive back and try to get that toe long, get that hamstring nice and long, and then just rocking back and forth. Go ahead and begin there. Our goal is to get the hamstring stretched out. So if you have to stay back in that back position a little bit more where you're sitting back on your heels, that's fine. Big thing is try to lift that front toe and get that hamstring very long. As you can see, Nathan's also bending over a little bit because that gives him a little bit more tension and makes that hamstring longer. You can do that too if you need to get that hamstring a little bit longer, is bend over at the hips a little bit to put some more tension against the hamstring.
2, 1. Rest.
All right, guys, go ahead and switch legs for me. And do the same thing on that side. Remember, we're sitting back on that heel to get that leg nice and long.
1. Exercise 3.
Begin. If you don't feel it in the hamstring, make sure you're lifting that toe.
Three, two, 1.
And rest, guys. We're doing dog to cobra next. So downward facing dog position, hips nice and tall, feet a little bit wider. And you're going to drop your hips down into a cobra position, head up. Go ahead and begin. Again, hips all the way up, looking down at your toes, and then driving those hips down towards the ground as the head comes through, chest up. Just going to move back and forth between that downward facing dog position. Down that cobra. Try to get your hips as close to the ground in that cobra position. That really pulls those shoulder blades back in place.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest, guys. Go ahead and stand up. Next, we're going to do a quad pull where you're standing tall and you grab a hold of a foot, pull it nice and tight. You can switch from side to side on that. You want to make it a little bit harder, you can make it into an RDL. Go ahead and begin. So quad pull to an RDL. But if you're somebody that's falling over, like almost everybody in my videos, make sure you're touching something and don't worry about the RDL position. Just worry about that quad pull. We're really trying to get this quad stretched out more than the hamstring. So it's best just to really grab that foot, pull tight.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. We're going to do some practicing of our inchworms. We're going to have those today. So the inchworm, we're going to walk our hands all the way out to push-up position.
3,
touch our toes, walk out to push-up position. Then walk our toes all the way up. Then walk our toes all the way back. Then walk our hands all the way back. If you haven't started, go ahead and begin. Walking your hands all the way out. Walking your toes all the way up. Walking your toes all the way back. And walking your hands all the way back.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest, guys. Go ahead and stand tall. We have high knees next. So we can do like a running in place, getting those knees nice and high. You can do it a little bit lower and where you're just kind of more like a run. And then from there, you can always do a march.
Exercise 7.
Go ahead and begin. Make sure you are using your hands, whichever variation you're doing. We're using our arms, getting that body motion going. Again, getting those knees up nice and high if you're doing the high knee variation. Otherwise, you're more in a running in place or a nice strong march. Rest. Good job, guys. We're moving on to our last one is a seal jack, okay? Seal jack or seal step out. So seal 1 is when you come a jumping jack across your chest.
Exercise 8.
And begin. Or you can do the step out variation where you just step in 1 foot at a time. Big thing though we're looking for is that upper body mobility. So swinging those arms across the chest.
Three, two, one. Your timer is
and rest, guys. Go ahead and grab yourselves a quick drink. The only tool we're gonna need is a band, okay? So some sort of band will be great for today's workout. So first circuit we're starting out with. So we have 2 circuits today, a workout and then a finisher. Our first circuit's pretty simple, just trying to continue that warm-up process. So what we're gonna do is we have 3 exercises. Each exercise is 20 seconds of work with a 15-second rest period in between. The 3 exercises are gonna be burpees, bird dogs, and band punches. We're gonna go through each one here. We're just gonna keep going through those 3 exercises for 6 total rounds, getting a nice, good warm-up. So in our burpee variation, we have a full burpee, where we go all the way down, kick back, stand tall. We have a plank burpee, hands out, where we kick back, stand tall. And we have an incline burpee. We're going to do it on a box, kick back, stand tall, right? Pretty simple. You guys are so good with burpees by now. You guys know those by heart. Exercise number 2 is going to be a bird dog. So in a bird dog, this is probably new to some people. We're going to get in that plank position, or not plank position, sorry, all 4 position, abs tight. We're going to drive one leg back as the other arm goes out, control it back in, and we can switch sides back. Main thing I want you to think about in this one is the hand that's on the ground, kind of putting tension against the ground so that core gets tight, as well as taking that foot that's in the ground and digging that toe in so you create stability. We're trying to make that core activate. It's not just kicking our leg out and arm out. It's about making the core have to stop rotation during this time. So from a bird dog, we're going to go ahead and stand up, and we're going to do band punches. So with a band, you're going to put it back behind your back, underneath the armpit so it doesn't slip off and catch in the head. And then from there, you're just punching. We're going Rocky style. You can do any variation of punching, underhand, overhand. You can do hooks, jabs, whatever you got. From there, if you don't have a band, just do regular punching. You don't have to have a band. You can also do light dumbbells too if you have those. Light dumbbells is going to be 5 pounds or under. You don't want it to be too heavy that it's pulling your shoulders down, okay? So 3 exercises, pretty simple. It's just building over 6 rounds. So if you have bands, get them, kick on your music real quick, get your water bottles close, and we will be starting off with that burpee position. All right, guys, here we go. First set, burpees, 20 seconds. Any variation that works for you. 3, 2, 1, and begin.
Exercise 1.
First round of burpees can be a little bit slower as you're starting to build up a little bit. Let that body kind of warm up. We are using this as an extended warm-up kind of period. Rest, guys. We're going down into that bird dog. Down into that bird dog. Remember, screw the hand in the ground so the hand's nice and tight in the ground, and the opposite toe is dug in the ground to really get that core tight.
3, 2, 1.
And begin. Opposite arm, opposite leg are stretching way out, and then come back down. The key is just go straight out, though. Don't let that foot come up and arc our back. We want to keep it one straight line. If I put a ruler on you, the ruler wouldn't fall off.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. We're standing up to punch. Band punches. Remember, the band goes underneath the armpits to protect you from slipping off. Underneath the armpits. Or light weights work too.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
and
3.
begin. All right, guys, we're punching. You can get super fancy with your punches, or you can just do nice, quick back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And rest. All right, round 2, burpees. Each round on burpees, your goal is to just get a little bit quicker, get a little bit smoother with them until that 6th round. We just want to keep slowly progressing
3,
those.
2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin burpees.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Bird dogs. Bird dogs. Abs tight. Driving opposite arm, opposite leg. Dig that toe in that's on the ground.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Go ahead and stand up. Band punches. Underneath the armpits. Our goal is to try to keep those hands moving as quick as possible.
3,
Just keep them moving,
2,
moving, moving.
1. Exercise.
Begin.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Going back. Round 3 burpees. We have 6 rounds of this. Round 3 burpees. Again, those are starting to speed up a little bit more. Maybe get another rep in this time if possible.
3, 2, 1.
And
Exercise
begin. Stand tall each time. Stand tall each time. We want to get those hips open.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Bird dogs.
Three, 2, 1.
And
Exercise.
begin. Think about keeping the abs tight. So we call it bracing the core. Nice and tight core. Keep it tight the whole time as you're driving apart.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Band punches. Band punches. If you're a person that likes to mix up your
3,
feet, you can always change your
2,
foot position too.
1. Exercise 3.
Begin. All right, let's get those hands going quick. Get those hands going quick. Light and fast.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Good job, guys. We just hit that halfway point. We got 3 rounds left to go. We're back into burpees. Body should be feeling pretty good right now, feeling a little bit more loose. Let's keep that burpee pace up. Now we're trying to move those burpees at a pretty good, quick pace.
1.
And
Exercise 1.
begin.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Good job, guys. Bird dogs. This warm-up is a little bit easier, but it's because we're getting ready for a pretty tough finisher.
3, 2, 1. Exercise
And
2.
begin.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Good job, guys. Going from there to band punches.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin. 20 seconds going hard. 20 seconds going hard.
1.
Rest. All right, guys, going into round 5. Back into those burpees.
3, 2, 1.
Begin.
Exercise 1. 3, 2, 1.
Rest. Great job, guys. Bird dogs. Again, big thing on bird dogs is that core position, right? Keeping that core nice and tight.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Begin.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Band punches. Keep thinking about that stretching position, right? If anything's feeling stiff, kind of move yourself around a little bit. Keep the body moving,
3,
getting more and more warmed up.
1. Exercise 3.
Begin. Quick, quick, quick with those punches.
3, 2, 1.
Rest. Good job, guys. We are starting our final round of these. We're going back into burpees. Final round of this circuit. And then we have a chipper.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 1.
Begin. Burpees. Here we go. Try standing tall each time.
3, 2, 1.
And rest. Bird dogs. Done with burpees for the day. We're going on to them bird dogs.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 2.
Begin. Just try not to overextend. Straight line, straight line.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest, guys. Last exercise, band punches. Last exercise, band punches. You are going to need your bands for the finisher as well, so don't get rid of those after this.
3, 2, 1. Exercise 3.
Begin.
Three, 2, 1.
And rest, guys. Great job. Nice circuit. Grab yourselves a quick drink. Turn your music down just a little bit so you can hear me explain this next circuit. So the way the next circuit works is it's a chipper. So it really doesn't have a time cap. The time cap is going to be 6:30. So the goal here is to try to get done with it as fast as possible. So we did a nice kind of extended warm-up position to let you move through this, move smoothly through it, and move as fast as you possibly can. So the way the chipper works today, you have 50 of one exercise. So it'll be 50 squats, 40 wall abs, 30 split squats, 20 pike push-ups, 10 inchworms, done, right? So you just do each one time, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, done. You want to move through really fast, as fast as you possibly can go through each one with good technique. So I'm going to go ahead and have Nathan demonstrate. So if you guys want to get close to screen, if you need to be able to see the technique, please do so. So the first exercise option we have is going to be body weight squats. So you have 50 body weight squats, deep, up, and down. If you can't do a full squat, you can always do a couch sit, or you can do like a box sit, anything like that to help protect your knees if you need. Or you can always do a wall sit and then just bring in a hand over top and you're counting the hands. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you do 50 of those, and I'll try to keep calling the rep ranges out for you guys. 50 squats into 40 wall abs. So on a wall ab, you can use a couch, just pretty much anything you can put your hands against. And so from here, we're gonna put a little pressure against the wall, 90-degree angle with our legs, and then we're gonna bring one leg out where to right before it touches the ground and back up. 1, 2, 3. We're counting 40 total leg movements. 40 total, not 40 per leg, 40 total. If you don't have a wall or something, you can always put your hands in the ground. The big thing we're looking for is just to create that leg extension back and forth, okay? So you have 40 total wall abs. Then we're gonna stand up. And we have 30 split squats. So we're gonna get that 90-degree position between our legs from here. So he's got that 90-90 in his legs, and then he's just gonna go up and down. He's gonna do 15 on each leg. So we should get a pretty nice quad burn through those first 3 exercises. So do 15, you'll switch legs. This is a great time if you have a stick, if you need some stability, just put a stick in your hand and use that to support you. Now, if you can't do that, we can always do a single leg glute bridge on the ground. So we're just gonna lay down and drive that foot up, and you're gonna do 15 on each leg. That's if you have knee issues and can't do that lunge or that split squat position. So at 50, 40, that was our 30 rep range, 15 per leg. Now we're going into 20s. This is where you would need a band possibly. So first variation is our pike push-up. So we're downward facing dog position, hips high, Nate's looking down at his toes. He's driving his head down to touch the ground up and down. So working on our shoulder position. He has 20 of those. That's a little too hard, no big deal. We can go ahead and stand up, and we have our band shoulder presses instead. So we're standing on top of our band, and we're just driving up. We're not using our legs, we're just using our arms to press 20 overhead position. Okay, if you don't have a band and you can't do pike push-ups, we can always do a bent over T as well. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, 10 up or 20 of those. So this is exercise number 20. So 30, that's 20 with the shoulders. And we're gonna end with 10 inchworms, okay? 10 inchworms are no joke. They're time consuming and they're hard. We're walking all the way out, and we're walking those toes all the way up to that downward facing dog position again. And we're walking back out, walking our hands back. That's 1. You'll have 10 of those. So those are gonna be that alone is probably gonna take a minute of time on its own, okay? All right, guys, so get yourself ready for 50 squats. 50 squats, get that music cranked back up. You really don't need to hear me too much, so crank it as loud as you want to go. I'm gonna tell you when 6:30 is there. If you don't get done in time, I can stay on a little bit longer if needed, but I'm gonna call out 6:30 so you know when that's done. All right, guys, 50 variations of squats. Ready, guys? Here we go. 3, as fast as you can go. 2, 1, begin. 50 squats. We're going, we're going, we're going. Remember, if you need to use a couch or a box, that's fine. I know for me, I like to break them up into sets of probably 25s on this first one. Take a second break after 25, but if you're super strong in those legs, you can go all 50 in a row. Keep going, keep going. Think of keeping those eyes up and that chest tall. After 50 squats, we're going to go over to 40 wall abs. When you do get to the wall abs, that's 40 total. Okay, 40 total. Get that leg nice and close to the ground, pulling it back in. Don't let the other one leave until that one comes back. So 50 squats, 40 wall abs. I do like you to keep that foot tucked towards you on the wall abs to really engage that pelvic floor. So keep that foot tucked. $40 total wall abs. Remember, your holding position is that 90-degree position. So you want to keep them at 90 and then drive out from there. After your 40 wall abs, you're going to be going on to 30 split squats or single leg glute bridges. Remember, that's 15 per leg. After 40 wall abs, you have 30 split squats, 15 per leg. Get that knee as close to the ground as you can get it down. We should be getting a pretty nice burn in the quads by now. Think about squeezing that glute as you come up, right? You can also do a single leg glute bridge if needed. So 40 wall abs, 30 split squats or single leg glute bridges. 15 on each leg. So we got 5 minutes left. Remember, we're on 40 wall abs. After those 40 wall abs, you're going to 30 split squats, and then you're going to be going to 20 pike push-ups or shoulder presses or tees. 20 pike push-ups, shoulder presses, or tees. Shoulder presses can be done with dumbbells as well if you don't have a band. So split squats can be also done as single leg glute bridges. 40, 30, 20. And then after you're done with those 20 pike push-ups, you're going to go into 10 inchworms. Make sure you do the whole inchworm. Walking all the way out, walking toes in, walking toes out, walking hands back. That's 1. So 30 split squats, 15 per leg, 20 pike push-ups, 10 inchworms. Remember on those pike push-ups, looking down at the toes, that way the shoulders are more activated than the chest. And then you're ending with 10 inchworms. Got 3 minutes left. "30 split squats, 20 pike push-ups or shoulder presses or tees, and then 10 inchworms." Good job, guys. You're doing great. Keep up the effort. Those 10 inchworms are not going to go quick. They are going to take time. You probably will feel it a little bit in your shoulders and your forearms. "15 split squats per leg, and then you have 20 shoulder presses or pike push-ups or tees. Just hit the 2-minute mark. Got 2 minutes left. "20 pike push-ups or shoulder presses, and then ending with 10 inchworms. When you guys get done with those 10 inchworms, you are done for the day. You can go ahead and head on with your day. "20 pike push-ups, shoulder presses, and tees, ending with 10 inchworms. Just hit our, we have 1 minute until 6:30, 1 minute until 6:30. Good job, Derek. Good job, Brent. Good job, Nate. Good job, Jamie. Had all 4 of you get done like exact same time. Good work, guys. Have a great day. That finisher really adds up, especially when you get to those last 10 reps.
Have a good day.
Yep, see you, Derek.
Thanks. Bye.
I will call out when it's 6:30. You're more than welcome to keep going, or you can stop if you want to as well. Good job, guys. We are ending with those 10 inchworms. They take time, plenty of time. All right, guys, my timer officially hit 6:30. If you're somebody that has to get going, go ahead and stop. If not,